everyone, and welcome back to the program. I'm sitting here today with Deepika. Deepika, thank you so much for being part of the program.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. For those who are not familiar with the work you're doing, let them know about yourself.
I am an authenticity coach. So I help people show up authentically as all of themselves in every aspect of their life.
Awesome. When we talk about authenticity, I suppose the opposite of that would be, is it imposter syndrome? Would that be the opposite of it?
Imposter syndrome is absolutely the opposite of being authentic, right? I think it's two things, right? So imposter syndrome is absolutely one of them, but the other one is trying to live up to and be a way that we think we should need to be in our lives, rather than showing up the way we actually are, or like our core nature, or the way we want to show up. We keep showing up in a way that is what we think others expect of us, what we should be like versus what we actually want to be like.
How much does our values or defining our values come into being an authentic person?
I think we spend so much time not really living our values. We're actually living the values of everybody else around us. That was certainly my own story, right? I spent so much time doing what I thought I needed to do to live an amazing life, right? Went to great schools, got good grades, got great jobs, got promoted at those jobs, dated like it was a professional sport, found Mr. Right, had the kid, had the house, the whole 9 yards, right? But then I woke up one day at 40 and realized everything that I thought I valued wasn't actually working for me anymore. None of that was truly what I wanted or needed. So instead of being authentic, I was actually living somebody else's value system of what it took to have a great life. Teachers, parents, social media, society, Bollywood, Hollywood, all of it, right? But none of that was really my value system. I don't think I ever stopped to ask myself, what did I truly value or want in my life?
Wow. So you go through life, you have all of these, I would suppose that we would call them these successes, right? These accomplishments, these milestones that everybody from the outside looking in is like, Deepika got it going on, man. And then and then you wake up at 40 and you say, there's something missing. And so talk a little bit about that discovery of that something is missing, because that sounds like a really somewhat of intense and scary moment to say, it seems like I have it all, but I'm missing something.
Yeah, I absolutely, by any objective measure of one's life, had it all. Successful Silicon Valley businesswoman, a mom, a wife, the nice house, the pool in the backyard, the fancy car, the vacations, the nice purses. I mean, whatever it was, I had it, right? But I still found myself sitting in the floor of my closet one day, just sobbing that if I did everything right, if I checked all the boxes, I did what everybody told me to do, why is this life not filling me up? Why is this life not feeling like enough? And I think it's a place many, many people get to in their own lives, wondering, wait a second, is this merry-go-round of just kids and dropping them off and school and work and this and that and socializing and friends and doing this and hustling from here and going there? Is this it? Is this all this is to life? Is like managing like this lifestyle? Isn't there anything more to this life? Isn't there greater depth? Isn't there greater meaning? Isn't there greater fun? But I never asked myself what it was that I wanted. I was too busy checking the boxes on what everybody told me I wanted.
So an individual is listening and saying, authenticity coach, what is this first encounter, that first conversation look like between you as an authenticity coach and that individual who's like, maybe I got this authenticity thing all wrong?
It's really a conversation to look at every aspect of your life and ask how you're showing up in that space. And how does that part of your life actually feel to you? I mean, it's everything from your own health and wellness, your own spirituality, your career, your finances, all of it, to really get to the space where you are asking yourself, am I showing up in each of these areas in a way that is actually fulfilling me? that's taking care of me, that's making me feel good here. And when you're in that moment getting asked that question, the light bulbs just start going off. It's like, yeah, you're right, I don't like this. Or, oh, wait, I could have more here, or I could desire more there. Or, oh, that was my passion and hobby for so long, but I stopped doing it when I got married or had kids. We go back to all of that stuff and then figure out, how do we want to live that life from this point forward?
Mm. Deepika, it can easily sound to someone that there's a lot of selfishness in this. and and in a way, for many individuals, that they feel fearful, as though, man, I'm a mother, I'm a father, I'm supposed to fit in this role, which is what you mentioned, right? People feel like they're supposed to fit in these particular boxes, and anything outside of that is selfish. How do we overcome that limiting belief?
You know, when you're on the airplane and they give the airplane safety announcements and they say, please put your mask on first before helping others.
Mhm.
I'm not saying go and blow up your life in every aspect. I'm not saying stop being the mom and stop being the dad and stop being the wife and stop being the daughter and quit your job and run off to Italy, Indonesia, or wherever Julia Roberts goes and eat, pray, love to go find herself, right? My story is one of finding yourself within the life that you are actually living, because you, in order to be all of these things to other people, have to figure out how to make yourself all of what feels right to you too. So it's not by burning down the house of everything else that's in your life and saying, I don't want this and I don't want that and I don't want that. It may be a little bit of that, but it is about engaging in true self-care, which is this deeper inner awareness about yourself and your life, and living it in a way that honors you, so you can actually show up to everybody in your life in a way that allows you to thrive, right? You're not giving everybody in your life just the scraps of you of what's left over. You're thriving because you put your oxygen mask on first and figured out, what did you want? What did you need in your own life?
Right. At the beginning of the year, most individuals, they either establish New Year's resolutions, right? They establish goals, or they set one word, and this one word anchors everything they do. On this particular spectrum, where do you find yourself? Are you more on New Year's resolution and goals, or are you more on that one word?
Interesting. I'm more on the word, but what
Mhm.
I've learned is January is not the time to set it, right? So the winter is about hibernating, going within the colder days, the shorter days. It's not the time we get our natural pep in our step and are ready to take on something new. But you know what is? March. March was actually the first month in the Roman calendar. And if you look at
Mhm.
the seasons, you know, we have spring starting, the flowers are blooming, some parts. And it's the time where we get our natural energy, our natural vibe to step into something. So if you are going to make a goal for yourself, and if the one you did set in January didn't work for you, or you're going to set a word for yourself, the time is now, because you naturally are getting into the vibe of moving a little bit more with the seasons, with nature. The days are getting longer, a little more spring in your step. So I'm not a resolution person. I think resolutions are there to fail, but I think if you are going to set an intention for your year, set a word for your year, or step into a new goal for yourself, this is 100% the time for that.
Yeah. I always tell individuals, your new year can start whenever you want it to.
Whenever. Today is the first day of every day else, and you know, or the rest of your year,
Mhm.
right? And so any day is a good day for that, and any day is a good day to set a new goal or set a new resolution, not resolution, but you know, a new word for yourself,
Right.
intention for yourself. So don't be bogged down by what the calendar says. That's nothing. That's meaningless. Life is continuous, right?
So you lean more on the side of establishing that one word of the year. I like the fact that you said, hey, started in March, because statistically, most individuals by March, they're falling off with their goals. But you're saying hibernate the winter, prepare and get ready for that moment where you can spring forward.
Yeah.
Now, we talk about this one word. My question to you is, if there was one word that would encompass your entire life work, what would that one word be?
Right now, it's authenticity. I am showing up every day completely and totally as myself, and giving myself the permission to show up this way has unlocked more opportunities, more possibilities for my life than I ever thought before. But up until this point, or up until I kind of came into this way of being, I was afraid.
Mm.
I was afraid of showing up as all of myself because I didn't know how I would be judged, if people would like me, if I would be accepted, or even more that I had to keep making myself small to fit into this box and into this life that I had created for myself. But showing up authentically and being me and honoring the way that I want to go through life and how I want to engage in life has made me a better person, in my opinion, on all fronts, right? A better parent, a better employee, a better business owner, a better writer, all the different hats that I wear, I can step into it fully. So don't be afraid for anyone else out there who wants to step into it. I mean, you absolutely need to do it, right? It's going to allow for the fullest expression of yourself.
Something powerful that I think you said is that you don't have to burn the whole house down just to start over. You can start in those incremental parts. And as you mentioned, March is a good time. Today is a good time to get going. For those who are listening and want to get connected with you, how could they do so?
You can come find me over on Instagram at deepikasandhu.co or on LinkedIn, Deepika Sandhu over on LinkedIn. I'm the author of Hello Universe, It's Me, and my book is available on Amazon and in bookstores everywhere. That's really the book that started the entire journey that I've been on.
Awesome. Deepika, thank you so much for being part of the program.
My pleasure. Thank you.